Hello guys, welcome to Legendary IT YouTube channel. If this is the first time in this channel, please subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell so that you don't miss subsequent videos that I will be posting in future. Today we are going to talk about command prompt in Windows. And to begin, we will start by looking at exactly what is a command prompt. So this is a text-based interface used to interact with Windows operating system by typing commands. So that means the only way you will get to navigate Windows operating system, it will be through the use of text, which are in terms of commands. Now, every command runs directly on the file system. So this is very, very important. Why? It assists in file handling, virtual environments, running scripts, and automation. So before we even dive into some of those commands, let us start a simple CMD terminal. So I'll come to the search bar down here and type CMD. Search bar is usually at the taskbar down here. You can reposition the taskbar anywhere on the screen, top, bottom, left or right. This is the taskbar. So click CMD. Among the best search or merge, you should see the command prompt. So left click on it to select and it will open like this. The first command we want to look at is called CLS command. What is it used for? It is used to clear the screen. So as you can see from the purpose, clear all previous commands and output. So this is the syntax. And the way you use it, you write it just after this angle bracket. So you will come and write it here, CLS, and you press enter. So you can see it has cleared everything, and now the cursor is waiting for the next command. Now, next command on the list is dir. What is this command used for? It is used to list all the files and folders in the current directory. So the syntax is the dir, and you usually type it in front of the angle bracket greater than symbol there. So when I check, this is where I'm supposed to type the command in front of this. So before we even type the command, what does it mean current directory? By the way, another name for a folder is a directory. So dir will list all the files and folders in the current folder or directory. So in this case, game is my current folder. So I type dir, then I press enter. That is the command, and then press enter. It has listed everything in my current directory, which is game. So from here you can see we have dir switches just before the names. So that tells you that these are folders. Anything that is followed, any word that dir switch or command comes before, that is a folder. So all these are folders. So let's say so to navigate, we saw that in this case I have game. In this case I have game. So game is my account name, which at the same time the account name has been assigned to my root folder, where everything related to my account is stored. It is stored in this current folder that is called game, which is the same as my account name. So when I'm here, I am supposed to type dir. When you type dir here, it will list everything. So I can use CLS. We said CLS is used to clear the screen. So you type CLS, you press enter, it will wipe out everything, and then here you can type dir. Dir is used to list files and folders in this current folder, which is my root account folder. Everything in my account is stored in this folder called game. So I'll press enter. It will list for me everything in my folder, which is game. This is my folder, and also this is my folder. Real world Python context, find that sometimes you want to run a certain file in a directory and you don't know where it is. You must confirm that it exists using this command. So for example, so the second command we want to look at is called the cd command. What is it used for? It is used for navigation, or it is used for changing directories. It's used for navigation or changing directory. So purpose moves between folders. That is the main purpose. So the way you use it, you usually have the cd command followed by the folder name. So let's write an example. So let's say I want to come to the desktop. How do I navigate using text-based command called cd? I'll type cd space, and then I'll type the folder name. In this case, it is desktop, and then I'll click enter the keyboard. Now you can see the directory has changed, the current directory. Remember, current directory is a directory that is followed by this greater than symbol. So that means now the current directory is desktop, since it is followed by this angle bracket, which is greater than symbol. So right now I'm on the desktop. So once again, I can clear the screen using CLS command. So you type CLS, then you press enter. It will wipe the screen. Now I want to list everything on the desktop. So how will I do this? I'll type dir, press enter. It has listed everything in the current directory. So after clearing the screen, you type dir to list everything that is stored in the desktop directory, which is my current directory. So I'll type dir and press enter. So you can see it has listed everything in my current folder, which is the desktop. So everything that is followed by dir command, that is a folder. So all these are folders. So I can clear the screen again and type dir. You can see it has listed everything that is found inside this folder. Next, we have cd with 2 dots. So let's say you've entered on the desktop and you want to return one step back. You'll use cd with 2 dots like this. So type cd and then the 2 dots follows. So I'll come and say cd and then space, then 2 full stops. Press enter. You can see now my current directory is game, which initially was desktop. So I have changed the directory from desktop to game, one step backwards, using cd with 2 dots. So another thing also to consider when you're running Python files is that the script must be in the current directory to run it directly. Example, to do something like this, the script must be in the current directory. Now, let's look at folders. So I said another name for a folder is a directory. So we have a command that is used to create a folder in command prompt. We have mkdir, or in other words make directory, or md command. So you can create one or multiple folders. So mkdir can be used to create one folder, and then md is used to create multiple folders. So for this, let's say I want to come to the desktop to create a folder on the desktop. So I'll use cd again. So before this, you have to type dir to ascertain that the desktop is in the current folder. So you must check if desktop, which is a folder, is in the current folder, which is game. So I have seen actually desktop is in the current folder game. So I'll come here and type CLS to clear the screen and say cd space desktop and then press enter. dir to list files and folders. I have only a few folders. So I want to create a new folder using mkdir and come and say mkdir. So remember, I'm creating the folder on the desktop, which is my current folder or directory. I'll say mkdir test folder, or let me just leave it like that, mkdir test folder. Press enter. So how do I know the folder has been created? I'll type CLS to clear the screen first, and then I'll type dir and press enter. You can see now I have a folder called test folder. So let me use again MD. MD is used to create several folders, as opposed to mkdir, which is used to create one folder. mkdir creates one folder, but MD creates multiple folders. Let's test this. Come here and say MD. So I want to get into this main folder called test folder. So I want to create multiple folders inside this main folder. So I'll come and say cd test folder, press enter. I want to clear the screen using CLS. Then I'll say MD test 1, test 2, test 3, and then press enter. So now I will have created 3 folders inside test folder, which is now my current. This is now my current folder. So when I type dir to list files and folders in this current directory, I should see my 3 folders that I created on this first line. Press enter. You can see I have the 3 folders created. So those are the 2 commands that I use to interact with the folders. Now let's say you have a folder which you don't want to use. You will have to delete it. So how do we delete a folder in command prompt? You can either use rmdir and rd. rmdir in full is remove directory. So it's used to delete an empty folder. Example, come and say, so I have 3 folders. Come and say rmdir test 3. Then you press enter. So I want to delete the 3rd folder. So I'll say rmdir and the 3rd folder. So when I type dir to list files and folders, press enter, I should see now I remain with 2 folders. The 3rd one I deleted in this line. Again, you might want to delete folders with files and sub folders. You'll use the S switch for that. So you can have a file and subfolders inside, and you can decide to delete everything in it. So to do that, you will use the S switch, then you supply the main folder. So example for this, I will come out of test folder using cd with 2 dots, press enter, and clear the screen using CLS. list everything with dir. So I can see I have my folder here. So I can return inside, or I can say I want to delete it entirely. rmdir, and then I can say s folder. So once you want to delete a folder with the S switch, you'll get a confirmation. Are you sure you want to delete this folder? So you can see I've added SS, gives you a confirmation. But when you add Q, you'll not get a confirmation. So it's upon me to say yes, and the folder will have been deleted. When I type dir and press enter, you can see there is no that folder there. You can use SQ to delete without confirmation message, or you can also delete using full path like this. So that is all about introduction, where we talked about cd command. You say it's used to take you to the next directory or change directory, basically used in navigation. Also we have cd command, we've seen it. We have mkdir, just to create folders. So you can create one or multiple folders. So mkdir creates one, md creates multiple. So you can delete a folder using rmdir and then folder name. Delete an empty folder and remove the test folder. Delete folder with files and subfolders. This is how you do it. Deleting without confirmation. This is how you do it. Deleting using full path. This is how you do it. So between the two, this one deleting with S switch only, you'll get a confirmation, but deleting with S and Q switches, you'll not get any combination. You can also use full path like this to learn. You can even use the full path like this. So that is it about remove directory. Another thing to understand is that folder cannot be recovered from the recycle bin once you use remove directory. So in our next, we will look at working with files, Python focused. Thank you. See you next time.